A manta ray once swam up to a diver for surgery and then rolled over so he could see her eye. Then she came back again and held still until he pulled the metal out. Her name was Freckles, and she was enormous. This happened off Ningaloo Reef in Western Australia in 2019. The diver, Jake Wilton, had pliers in his hand. Freckles had fishing hooks sitting beneath one eye. So the insane question isn't just, was she asking for help? It's whether some animals have learned to use humans as problem-solving tools. Quick thing before we go deeper, because this matters to me. If you're enjoying this, please like, share, and subscribe. Each video takes hours of research before I even touch the script, so your support genuinely keeps this whole journey going. And if you want a full series, tell me below. Name any animal mystery and I'll chase it down. Okay, back to the question. Why would an animal do that? To an animal, a human is unbelievably weird. We're dangerous enough to avoid, but useful enough to study. We open doors animals can't open. We cut lines animals can't cut. We lift lids animals can't lift. So some animals start treating us like a tool. A very unpredictable, snack-carrying tool, but still a tool. This probably started before anyone wrote anything down. The Bonn Oberkassel dog was buried about 14,000 years ago near Bonn, Germany, beside human remains. Researchers later argued the puppy survived serious illness, which probably meant humans were caring for it. That feedback loop is basically the whole story. Animals that trusted us got food or protection. Humans got warning calls in the dark. They got help tracking prey across land. And over time, they got companionship. Dogs became the extreme version of this deal. In 2002, one dog study changed everything. Researchers pointed, and dogs followed the cue. Even young puppies were weirdly good at it. Human-raised wolf puppies didn't perform the same way. Then came the unsolvable task. First, give a dog a food box it can open. Then quietly lock that same box shut. A wolf often keeps working the problem. A dog tends to look back at the human. And that look is doing actual work. That look usually isn't random staring around the room. It's more like, hey, you're the opener. The genius might be knowing when to stop trying alone. And dogs aren't the only ones doing this. At a goat sanctuary in England, researchers used a sealed food lid. When the person faced them, goats made eye contact fast. When the person's back was turned, goats waited way longer. Roughly 6 times longer, which is kind of rude but useful, because the goat seemed to know attention mattered. A front-facing human could receive the message. A turned-away human was basically a locked door. Then kangaroos came in and ruined the easy answer, because kangaroos weren't domesticated to worship our eyebrows. But in a 2020 study, many still looked to people. 10 out of 11 looked at a human, and the next part is even stranger. 9 out of 11 looked back and forth. Food box, human face, food box again. That's basically the animal version of pointing. No finger needed, just attention aimed like an arrow. Now go completely wild. A bird in Mozambique recruits humans. It's called the Greater Honey Guide, and it wants bee nests opened. The human has smoke and tools. The bird gets wax and larvae after. The traditional yow call made guidance much more likely. Nest finding jumped from 17% to 54%. Forget cuddly pet behavior for a second. This is a wild animal running a partnership. Brazil has another version, but with dolphins. In Laguna, wild dolphins herd mullet toward fishers. Then the dolphins signal the moment to throw nets. Both sides catch more when the timing works. That means some help-seeking is basically culture, a learned routine passed across generations, species included. But emergencies are the messy part, because sometimes animals come near us hurt, and sometimes humans caused the hurt first. Hooks and nets can turn the ocean into a trap. Crab pots and plastic can do the same thing. The 2005 Farallon humpback rescue shows the scale. A female humpback was wrapped in crab pot lines. She was about 45 to 50 feet long. That's apartment building size, but alive. People estimated her around 50 tons. Divers cut ropes for about an hour, and after, one diver said she nudged them. That sounds like gratitude, and maybe it was. But we have to be careful here. NOAA warns entangled whales may not understand rescue. They can panic. They can kill people by accident. So compassion Caution isn't enough in that situation. You call trained responders because expertise saves both sides. Freckles still feels different, though. Manta rays aren't the blank little robots people imagine. In mirror tests, giant mantas didn't just attack reflections. They showed odd, self-directed movements near the glass. That doesn't prove human-like self-awareness, but it does make the freckle story less absurd. So why do animals come to humans for help? Usually, fear loses to experience. The animal has learned we're world changers. We move obstacles they can't move. We remove pain they can't reach. We bring food through doors and fences, and their old social tools get redirected at us. Gaze, waiting, coming close, holding still. A dog looks up at your face. A goat checks whether you're facing it. A kangaroo points with its eyes. A honey guide turns cooperation into a route through trees. A whale may simply stop fighting for a minute, and a manta may learn in real time that staying still makes the sharp thing go away. We shouldn't pretend we know every animal's mind, but we also shouldn't pretend nothing's happening. Something crosses the gap between species. Maybe it's a gamble built out of attention. The animal risks coming closer than instinct wants. The human either reads the signal or misses it. And maybe that's the uncomfortable part. How many times has something asked quietly, and we were too loud to notice? Maybe animals don't always need us to be kind. Sometimes they just need us to pay attention. Because to them, we're the impossible animal with hands. And every once in a while, one waits at the edge, then decides to trust the impossible.